So I want to give an example of what it means of having these supernatural uh, experiences and crazy dreams and whatnot. So I'll come back and speak on my dream, but I want to tell you about a supernatural experience I experienced today. So, yeah, before I got enlightened on the truth, I was indoctrinated by mankind, right? Listening to all this religious dialect and everything. And yeah, even though my spirit didn't sit right with it, even though I knew something was wrong, even though I knew and I seen inconsistencies, I still went along with it because I wanted so bad. My true desire is to be a woman of the Most High. I want to be that woman that the Most High created me to be. So with that being said, a lot of things that I kept quiet about, I accepted. Because I wanted peace so bad and I wanted things to just flow so bad. But then, because I wasn't being obedient to what my spirit was telling me and I was being obedient to man, I began to get my butt kicked. No, not by that man, but by life in general, by this world. And yes, even in my relationship, yes. So I began to listen to the Most High. I paid attention to my spirit and I started to follow it. Yeah. And for me, things started getting better. But then it started getting worse for him. You see, that alpha male business is a very dangerous thing. And I always considered myself to be someone who had, you know, good morals. I valued myself. You know, my mom and dad raised me well. They taught me well. And so I always considered myself, especially with high self-esteem. Yeah. I consider myself a strong woman. I always considered myself an independent, strong woman. Even with a man, I would never take that from myself because I am. And that's how my daddy raised me to be, you know? But what I did do is start to regret me not listening to the sound advice of my daddy. Yeah. And that happened only because it went against what I was taught and indoctrinated with by the so-called religious sect who want to teach you the truth, teach you how to be a woman of y'all. And I ended up ignoring the things that my daddy was telling me. My daddy gave me good warnings. He gave me good warnings. He gave me good advice. My daddy was a good example. No, he was not what you may call so-called in the truth. But my daddy was a good man. You know? He was with us. He stayed with us and never went away. He loved my mother. My mother never wanted for nothing. We never wanted for nothing. Not once did we ever think that we would wake up and not see our daddy. We knew our daddy was coming home. And you know what else? We were one of the very few families growing up in our neighborhood and stuff like that actually grew up in a two-parent home. A solid two-parent home, married and everything. You understand? So one of the things I regret is just not listening to my daddy. When he even told me, baby, that ain't the way the man's supposed to treat a woman. Now, I don't know what kind of truth you think you found. Did you ever see me treat your mama like that? God rest his soul. Oh, y'all rest his soul. As y'all, if anybody who's new to this channel, I lost my daddy a year ago, around this time of year. So, yeah. And I was a daddy girl. I am a daddy's girl. I love that man very much. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry about that. But it's still hard. My daddy was a good man. He took care of us. He was good. He gave good sound advice, and he loved his daughters. And one thing my daddy always raised was some independent daughters. My daddy always told us, it's the man that give you somebody to respect. Even when he used to try to give me that advice, and I said, Daddy, well, you know, they say I got to submit. Daddy, I got to submit. I can't keep arguing. And my daddy said, well, it's that man who's supposed to give you a man to submit to. And if he ain't doing right, you don't have to submit to him. Anyway, let's get back to the story at hand. So like I said, I lost my daddy a year ago. This month, actually, the 30th. And so, this happened to me. Honestly, I don't even know what date it is. I don't even know if it's the 29th or the 30th. And I just wanted to tell this story because I give all praise to the Most High. And I wanted to show you an example of how our loved ones is always with us. They are in us. And they walk with us too. They can see us. Their spirits is very much alive. Right? Whatever the case may be. So, I've been having my issues. My last 3 children took a toll on my health, which took a lot out of me because I suffer from a very bad vitamin deficiency. And been down. So I would say from the time of last year, I lost my dad. And I've been having a whole lot of things, like a few things happening to me. Because, you know, let me tell you one thing. You won't be, when you are high in spirit and you're not easily moved by the things of this world and you set apart, you will be tested. And they're going to use the things closest to you to test you. And that's what happened. So within this year, 2 of my children decide that they want to go and, you know, live life how they feel, they think they know. Disregarding my advice. Not for nothing. You know, and the only thing I can do is just, I guess, let them be. Right? So I've been dealing with that. Because if anybody who knows me know I sacrifice. And I went through a lot for my children. Yes, I say sacrifice because you know what? I gave up many things that their fathers would not do. My body alone, my health. Yeah. So just so they could have an entry into this world. And then, you know, hey, when they decide that they don't want to take your advice because everyone else is giving them better advice, what can you do? So, and then along with losing my dad, that was hard to this day, as you can see. I started to go down. My health went down. My strength, everything went down. It did. And I looked for the man I was with, so-called. And I say that because I am no longer with him. And I know it's for the best. I could care less what anyone else say, but I know this is for the best. And I should have been did it. But because I was taking the advice and listening to the so-called sound doctrine, really? Like, because my desire of having a home that I was raised in, a 2-parent home, it really took a toll on me. So let's just say people was taking, but wasn't giving anything back. And so today, something crazy happened. And I've said all that just to come down to this, right? So today, something crazy happened. I was sick. I was feeling so sick and down. Yeah. My breathing was off because every time I catch a cold, sometimes, the slightest cold would bring on something they call reactive asthma. And it starts to mess with my breathing. And for some reason today, I was not feeling the best. And it really messed with me. My breathing was messed up. And my children's father came and took them to school for me. Yes, he did. But when it was time to pick them up, and this is because when it was time to pick them up, he found a freaking entry to come and bring the chaos in my life. And I say that because I have been ignoring this man. I would not give him my time anymore because I noticed that he fed off my energy. A narcissist lover empath. And when I say lover empath, I'm not talking about love them in a sense of, oh, he's going to love me and take care of me. No, he loves to feed off of you. Narcissists will feed off an empath. And to that empath, ain't got no more to give. But mind you, I had to cut that supply off because I got 9 children to make sure that I can be good for. You understand? So instead of building me back up, he broke me down even more. It's like he got pleasure out of that. And I say that because today even proved it. I was sick and I asked him to pick them kids up. And plus I had people working on my apartment, painting, plumbers, people coming to fix the fridge. There's so much that needed to be done in here. And let alone I was sick. I wasn't feeling too good. I couldn't barely breathe. So as I'm telling him this, oh, I'm working. And I tried to tell this man, you have a job where you pick your own hours. You can pick them up, please, because I don't feel good. He said, I sent you cab fare. Go and get those kids. And I told him I could barely breathe. So imagine me walking up and down the stairs, going to multiple schools to pick up children, even though it's in a cab. How? I can't breathe. He continued to argue, and I just didn't want to argue no more, right? So I just said, you know what? I asked the Most High to please give me some strength. Give me whatever strength I need to go get my children, come back home, and just be done with it all. And I sent this man his money because he asked for it back. So I sent him back his money, and I went to go and get my children. So as I'm getting my children, he decides now he wants to go and get us. Again, it was all about just arguing with me because I wouldn't give him the time of day. He found an entry because I shut him off, and he found an entry. Why? Because I wanted to be a co-parent. I didn't want to be known as one of those. Although I've been through this before, didn't learn my lesson. You can't co-parent with a narcissist. And I kid you not today, when he laughed at me when I told him, forget it, I'm already going to get them now. Like I got them. What's the point? He laughed. And he said, so you did all that and said all that and you go and get them. But mind you, while I'm telling him I got these kids, I can barely breathe. The video, not even a video, I sent him audio because I could not text and stuff. I barely could walk. I barely could do anything. And he laughed. And when he laughed at me, I kid you not, I got slapped in the back of my head. I don't know if it was the Most High or my daddy, but I got slapped in the back of my head. And all I heard was, I told you. Now do you finally see? I told you. And I kid you not, by the time I got home, received a little oxygen, I was back up. I won't say I feel 100%, but I'm back up. And guess what? All I can say is hallelujah, because I received the message. And I had to realize, just like he said, he came to separate. Everybody ain't gonna make it, and just because they in your family doesn't mean that they are of the Most High. You gotta be careful who you allow to lead you, sis. You gotta be careful of who you submit to, sis. Plain and simple. Every man who claimed to be of the Most High is not of the Most High. How I fell for that delusion. How I fell for the deception. I'm gotta give, that's a whole nother story time I'ma share. But I wanted to share this because that's something I never felt before. Now, I done seen things. I done had all these other different kind of experiences. But today, I got slapped in the back of my head like, bang! And I kid you not, it's like, now do you see? You see what I mean? And the dreams that I've been having with this person, right? While I've been with this person, I used to tell him about the dreams I had and everything. And even he knew. I just didn't know, right? I just didn't know. I didn't want to believe it. Because even he used to tell me, that person in your dreams, it's not me. It was the Most High. I see that now. And that person used to always try to warn me and tell me about someone that's basically asleep, still asleep. I'm sleeping with my own enemy. I am my own enemy. Because I wanted to please this flesh. And I ignored my spirit trying to please the ways of flesh. I wanted to share this because this is why I tell people you have to make sure to listen to what the Most High is placing inside of you. You can't keep ignoring what he's telling you. I don't care who else out here is trying to tell you something. You have to be able to trust the Most High above all. Because let me tell you something. I'm grateful. Because the Most High know me better than I know myself. And he know I wasn't out. He truly know all I wanted to do was please him. And by pleasing him, I thought that I had to please others. And that's not true. You got to take care of yourself. Anyway, I bid you all peace and love, because that's all I got to give is the peace and love of the Most High. And I promise you, follow what the Most High placed inside of you, because it can only make you better. Look at me. Look at me. I'm breathing. Yeah, still a little cough, but I'm breathing. And I'm going to get up and I'm going to be able to take my kids to school by myself tomorrow. I feel so much lighter. I got rid of so much negativity. And I truly felt like I was dying. That man was killing me inside. And I just kept ignoring. Yo, I kid you not, the Most High knocked some sense into me today. And it's crazy. Because just before all this happened, I've been having these dreams. I won't get into that now, but it all leads into it. All leads into it. And I promise you, the Most High made sure he showed me today. Snap out of it, girl. Because I got you. And that's all I wanted to share with you guys.